Southwind always does it big.
Why don't you get the heck out of my fort?
I didn't know Nate was from again.
Okay.
You slick, mate. Yeah, nah.
Hey, welcome, Marcus. Come on in, buddy. Is that a Mountain Dew? Cool, sweet, dude. Let's split it. And he's like, oh, sorry. Comes in. Whatever. We stop. Gold have to just destroy the tapes. Get rid of the tapes because can't use them now. As soon as I start talking again, the guy opens a soda. Like, are you kidding me? Welcome back to. Like, Jesus Christ. I'm ready. I'm set. I drop the knowledge. Bam. Opens up the Mountain Dew. Holy shit. Like a 7-year-old. I'm like, who's drinking Mountain Dew right now? It's 10 o'clock in the morning. So I'm gonna give you 3 options, buddy. Competitions. You can have a drinking competition against me. We'll pound a bottle of water or Mountain Dew since you were so goddamn set on drinking your Mountain Dew right then. A rap battle. A rap battle. A rap battle.
I just wanted to let Jason know that I noticed the Southwind Scenes video from last week, and I want to put you on notice that I am accepting your challenge, and we are going to be doing a rap battle.
Terrified. Absolutely terrified. Mountain Dew right now. 10 o'clock in the morning. Terrified. Absolutely terrified. A rap battle. A rap battle. A rap battle. Mike's burner mouth. Fuck. Wow. Oof. Anxiety.
Okay, Jason. Finally, challenge accepted. I don't know if you're ready. I'll try to stay PG as possible. We'll see. Let me get this off my chest. You look nice in your same black vest, and competition's weak, no contest. And can I ask you how it feels to be second best? You can be my best bruh. Pick me up in your Nissan Altima. Chick-fil-A, Raising Cane's. We can go eat it all every day. Put your wallet away. I'm a nice guy. I will even pay. 2-box combos on the way. You can take a seat, I'll grab your tray. You know I like your faux hawk. It's really distracting to me when you talk. You should rock the hawk with the visor and give me some of your hand sanitizer. And I think that's a wrap. So it's back to work, not back to Turk. Turk, 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 Turkleson. Turk, 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 Turkleson. Turk, 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 Turkleson. Turk, 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 Turkleson.
Well, it's round 1, right? Welcome to Dad Jokes. No sense in wasting time. Let's get into this.
Bring it on.
All right.
Okay. What did the buffalo say when his kid left?
What did you say?
Bye, son.
So my wife just completed a 34-week bodybuilding program, change in diet, lots of extra supplements. It's pretty crazy, but it was successful. It was a boy, 4 pounds, 13 ounces.
Why can't you hear a psychiatrist using the bathroom?
Don't know.
Because the P is silent.
My wife gave birth today, and after thanking the doc, pulled him to the side. Just wanted to ask him a quick question. Hey, so how soon can we have sex? He winks. I'm off in 15 minutes. Meet me in the back room.
What do you call a fat psychic?
What do you call that?
A fortune teller.
You know, did you hear that they have a new market for prostitution? Blind prostitutes. You really gotta hand it to them. And really though, from experience, they say that you're the biggest they've ever seen, they're probably pulling your leg.
Okay. So a horse walks into a bar. The bartender says, "Hey." The horse says, "Sure."
A man walks into a pet store, asks for a dozen bees. Clerk takes his time, sets out 13 bees, all in a row. Man speaks up, that's one too many. Well, sir, that's a freebie.
What do you call potatoes that can't eat right now?
What?
Later tots.
I recently got the words jacuzzi and yakuza confused. Now I think I'm in hot water with the Japanese mafia.
Okay. Okay. What do clouds wear under their pants?
No clue.
Underwear.
I got an email the other day from Google Earth saying, we can read maps backwards. I just thought, that's just spam.
Why do lifeguards keep kicking elephants out of the pool?
Why?
Because they keep dropping their trunks.
As I handed my dad his 58th birthday card, his eyes tear up. He reaches out to me. You know, one would have done the job.
Lightning rods are something that we see fairly often now, but they weren't invented until 1753. And so what had happened is that a lot of the buildings that were being constructed, they would catch lightning strike, and then what would happen? There would be a fire, and then that fire wouldn't just be contained in that one location, but it would spread and it would destroy entire cities. Just like a lightning rod's job is to take this incredible force of energy and power and to send it into the ground and to dissolve it. Like there's a leadership principle that's woven in that, and it comes when we experience criticism, when we experience conflict, and when we experience failure. All right, so if you think about leadership principles, like, man, I've got to be a lightning rod. Am I a climber? Am I a camper or am I a quitter? And so as you think about that for your own self, because leader starts with self-reflection and you got to look yourself in the mirror first, and then maybe think about people that are on your team. And I'm sure that as I mentioned those three categories, there were probably some faces that came to mind, right? There was maybe some attitudes or some instances or some body languages that came to mind, like, yeah, man, this person seems like they're a camper right now. Well, it's up to each and every one of you guys here in this room to help create climbers. You either have to call them up or you got to get them off the bus. Man, it's something that as a leader I'm having to face. So in campus ministry, we're on 6 different campuses. I got about 40 different staff that I oversee all across the Midwest. And man, it's difficult to not only remain a climber myself, but also to have to create climbers. But when we get a chance to do that, we create momentum, we create growth, we create a launching pad, and we get a chance to help other people for the trajectory, not only for our company and our own means, but for people's lives. Because a lot of what I'm hearing here in this setting, I love it, it's transferable to so many areas of their life. And so, what are some ways that we can create climbers? And there's 3 different ways that I've found in my leadership experiences, and then even in the leadership that I've been under, that have helped me to climb and to help create other climbers. And so the first one is this, is low control. Okay, low control. I know in the athletic world, we call it like overcoaching, or maybe in the corporate world, you call it being micromanaged. Does anyone here enjoy being micromanaged or overcoached? No, right? It's not empowering, it's actually enabling you from being able to, lead yourself. And so as you think about a way to create climbers, actually, man, we want to have low control. We don't want to micromanage, we don't want to overcoach. But we want to be able to empower people to step up, to take responsibility for the task that has been given, to take ownership for the vision that this company here is trying to lead. I know one of the most frustrating things as a leader is to actually want and to care about an initiative or an objective more than someone else, right? And it feels like you're trying to pull them along, and what does that do? It keeps your wheels spinning, it makes you feel exhausted and ineffective, right? No one likes to lead that way. Am I right? All right? And so that is something that being a control freak or overcoaching or being a micromanager creates in the heart of people, and you're really wearing yourself out. So next up, and you guys already have this locked in, is high accountability. It's like, well, wait a minute, aren't those two opposed to one another? Isn't that a contradiction? No, you can have low control, but you can also have high accountability. And the way that I like to see and to recognize that are these things you guys have up here on the wall. Man, the numbers, right? Numbers don't lie. Numbers don't lie. So you can have low control and not micromanage or overcoach those under your leadership, but at the same time, you guys have the right and the ability to hold them to the highest standard and call them to take account into the goals that you guys have set. And I think you guys are doing a great job with that. When Andy first brought me here, that was one of the first things that I recognized when we were in the old team room is the whiteboards, the numbers, the stat sheets. All right, man, you want to have numbers and goals that are quantifiable, that can be reached, that can be marked down, that guys can aspire towards, but then also can be celebrated or can be called up to. And so I think you guys are already doing a great job with that, and so keep that up. All right, and this last one, okay, so we got low control, high accountability, and then this last key to creating climbers is creating room for innovation. Creating room for innovation, all right? We want to create problem solvers, not people that would just point out problems, but people that have room to innovate and to think that, man, I can solve a problem without having to make 3 or 4 phone calls or sending 3 or 4 emails. All right, man, that is something that is incredibly empowering. Also, you want to think about some of your most valuable research and development materials. Isn't necessarily from outside entities or companies, but it's from the very people, boots on the ground, that are in the trenches every single day. And so as you guys are leading people, man, that this
this group of young men that came in here this morning, and even you guys have similar at your other location, are you creating room for them to become problem solvers? Are you creating room for them to be able to think outside the box and to push the envelope? Are you being able to create space for them, room for them to be able to share a perspective from a truck or a job site that maybe not everyone has right here in this room? And so, man, that is the way that you create climbers. And so hopefully that's something that you can attribute to your leadership style so you can create high-performing teams. And because in leadership, in life, and working in an organization like this, guess what? There are going to be multiple times where it feels like your environment is shaken at its core. And there's going to be doubt, fear, and mistrust that try to creep in. But as leaders, it's important, we can take a lesson from Chuck Yeager, man, to throttle through that. To not draw back in self-preservation or fear, but to push forward and have complete buy-in towards the mission at hand. And that's really the principle that I want to communicate here, complete buy-in. Man, you have to be bought in to the mission at hand. You have to be bought in to those 4 pillars. You have to be bought in to serving these guys. Best player I can be so I can reach an NBA dream. That was an individual vision that I had for my life. But I'm so thankful that the coaches and the upperclassmen whose leadership I was under, they cast a bigger vision for me that actually encompassed the smaller vision that I had. And so they're saying, hey, if you give your life, your effort, your talent, your commitment to this overarching vision of Kansas basketball, if you do that well, guess what? The vision that you have for yourself is going to be brought along with that. We kind of have a saying on the men's side of the basketball team, and it's called everybody eats. Everybody eats. So man, if you give your heart and your effort and your attention to an overarching vision, everyone's going to eat. I love that this year in the national championship game, LSU, the entire offense, starting offense, got drafted. That's a vision of everybody eats. Okay, hey, Joe Burrow, he was the man. He was the one getting interviewed. You know, he was the one, the Heisman Trophy, you know, holding that up over his head. But guess what, man? There was a team of guys around him that bought into the overarching vision of LSU football. They're able to win the national championship, and everybody ate. The vision for those guys when they got on campus to be able to come in and to play the NFL one day, it happened because they bought in to that overarching vision. And I think that's really important. One thing to vision, there was a thought that I heard that I think is really, really important, and it's this idea that vision leaks. Okay, it leaks. So you can start out the beginning of your fiscal year and to give, numbers, to give goals, to say, hey, this is where the direction of our company. But guess what? Over time, it's like a leaky bucket, and it's going to slowly drip out. All right, and so it's going to be up to us as leaders to make sure we keep that thing full. That's why I'm really encouraged. I look on these walls here behind us, and I see, these sticky notes saying, we're going to put a quote here, we're going to put a quote here. I walk back out to go help get coffee. I see the 4 pillars up there. What is that doing? That is creating consistent and continual vision for the people here in this room, and it has to happen. And so that's where buy-in can really happen. And this is something that we use every single day. Again, I'm a visual learner, visual guy. It's so helpful. Like, we use these things and see these things every day. And I think there's an important leadership analogy that can be attached to this. And when we look at this, hey, this really, in essence, is a conduit, right? This, charger or plug-in is functioning at its highest capacity when it's plugged in on both ends, right? It needs to be plugged into a power source. What is your power source? For some, it's their faith. For some, it's their family. For this organization, it's those 4 pillars. Man, are you plugged into your power source? And then at the same time, you also have to be connected with something that's in need of power. All right? And as leaders, man, those are the people that we get a chance to serve every day. If either of these ends of this conduit are not connected with either the power source or something in need of power, it is not functioning at its highest capacity. And so anytime you guys plug in your phone or you see this in your office or your house, like, hey, man, this is a leadership reality that I need to make sure is active in my life every single day. I need to be connected to a power source, and I need to lead in a way that it transfers that power into someone else. And so hopefully that's something that's going to be continue to be created here in this culture. I'm seeing it even as I'm hearing you guys talk about the guys who get a chance to lead on your trucks and in your offices. I think it's great. I think that hopefully can just be another good set of imagery to be able to continue to promote that within this leadership structure and to really see this organization thrive and flourish.